Yeah, so today Sergey prepared a bunch of the tickets. We can start.
Yeah, okay, let's start. Let me share. So let's review and triage couple of issue. It's actually bug reports, not ready solution, and we need to evaluate the priority, severity based on bug description. Okay, let's start. First one about FPT tags for configurable product. FPT is fixed product tags, additional tags that can be applied to the product. And this bug about, okay, let's see step by step. Uh, Steps reproduce. Firstly, we created FPT attribute and enable its tags. Add this new attribute to the product attribute set. And try to apply it to the configurable product. Now let's see like pictures. Uh, First picture, it's our parent configurable product. As you can see, we have applied FPT tags with some 0.5 amount. Then we have a couple of child of these configurable products. Let me resize. It has actually three child products, like product 1 with uh, 0.1 tags, product 2 with 0.2, and product 3 with 0.3 tags. And it's just a quick summary. Our main parent product has this value for tags, and child has a different. But when we add this product to the cart, the FPT calculated in some strange and unexpected way. As you can see, it just multiplied the base price of parent products multiplied by a quantity of products in the cart. So it's like, as you can see. But expected result that it should be calculated based on each item that in cart. In this case, it means like should be base product and then each product sum of our current cart. Also additional information if our main like parent product doesn't have at all FPT but child has FPT, this tax will not be shown and cart at all. So that's it.
Okay. And this is just an issue that was reported. There's not a fix
Yes.
for it. Is that correct? All right.
Yes.
Um, I guess the question is how often does this FPT thing is used? I guess let's do P3S2.
Yeah, easy UI user experience bug, I think, but could create some issue. Bug describes that reset button on the form does not clean all value, and the flow is like go to marketing, SEO search, and try to add additional synonyms. You go to this form like that, change scope from default, like I don't know, German or Great Britain local, write some synonyms, for example, and then understood, oh, it's wrong, and click reset button.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, all values from synonyms are like disappeared, but scope still uh, like our German or United Kingdom locale. So the scope value in dropdown doesn't reset according to this button. I
Oh, so
think it
the
is. Yeah, please.
so the reset clears the synonyms, but not the
Yes.
name. Oh, I wonder if it's supposed to. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's it's probably based on expectation, user experience. Like I have reset button,
Yeah.
I expect that everything should be cleared, but I should to know that there are some exceptions.
Flex scope different than. Do they actually change the scope name in this example, or what?
Yeah, yeah. Select different scope than default.
Select scope different than.
General text area is erased. Drop down area is just not affected by the reset button.
Oh. Well, it seems like, so if I read those details, it sounds like they go to, okay, so yeah, they click on new synonym group. They click on the drop down. They just select a different drop down and then they write something. So why would they expect the scope to change? Like it sounds like they're just selecting a different result in the drop down, but they're not actually making to me it sounds like it's working as expected unless you guys are
Yeah, it's probably
reading.
confusing the screenshot that attached. For example, I go to this, let's imagine, I go to this form, and in
Yeah.
the scope, I click drop down
Uh-huh.
and select different, not default, by different store.
Yeah.
And then I fill synonymous sum. For example, then
Uh-huh.
I click reset, and this synonymous field are cleared.
Yep.
But the scope still the same as I selected. It's not reset to default.
Oh. Yeah, we're not going to
So
fix that. That's such a minor issue. I don't think it's worth modifying. So, like, I don't see any harm being done by the user. Like, to me, reset would mean that it clears out the synonyms. It doesn't necessarily mean it reverts the drop down back to what it was selected before. I mean, it's very easy for the user to see that it's not changed, and if they want to go back to default, they can just select it. So let's do this as a works as expected, won't fix, or whatever you guys want to call it.
It really depends to the form. In this case, it's pretty simple because we see just two fields like the drop down and input area. But in case if we will have the large form with 20, 50 fields, it will be harder to check that we miss to change the scope. I mean, that scope is not returned to default one, or another field is not returned to default one. So if reset button doesn't work on another forms where we have a large amount of fields, it's biggest problem that in current case when we have just two fields, because here is we exactly see that scope is not come back, not change it to default one. So in this case, it's not a real big problem, but in case with a really large form, it can be a problem. We can miss it.
yeah, probably, but in this case, it's only about synonymous, and I absolutely agree. It's just even if user makes this mistake, the result will not be like fatal error or like that. He
Mhm.
probably just need to fix it, change scope, and do reindex again, and that's it. So I agree, it's priority like minimal probably, and yeah. Okay, what our decision? We just still want to reject it. Yes, Corey.
That's my suggestion. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this issue about bundle products and applying shopping cart price rule to the bundle items. Yet, like more details and examples for developers. Let's see for screenshots. First of all, we have bundle products. Let me probably open. We have some bundle products. These bundle products have two sections. of their child or their options. First one option is drop down, second one checkbox. Not sure it really matter. Anyway, first section contains product number 6 and product number 8. Second option set contains like product 1 and product 2. Okay, now we're gonna to create a shopping cart price rule that should apply discount of 10% only if SKU matched like product 6 and product 8. Let's see how it looks like. We use section like apply rule only to cart items matching the following condition.
Mm-hmm.
But the result is, as you can see, we add product to the cart. It has like one discountable, I would say, product and not discountable product.
Mm-hmm.
But in Magento, discount applied for both simple products instead of only one. So again, in this case, it should be according to our rules applied for like product number 6 or product number 8. And in this case, we add product number 6 and product number 1. So we expect, based on our rules, that it will be applied only for product number 6.
Can you go back to the rule? I just want to
Yeah, please.
So it says apply the rule only to cart items matching the following conditions. If okay, so it's basically like SKU specific. It's just selecting a specific SKU. Yeah. Okay, and then so we're adding 2 products to it, and yeah, so the expected result would be just that 10% discount on that one product. That is interesting.
Yeah, it's specific for bundle product, I think, because I remember something similar for simple products, just simple products without bundle context, and it works as expected. I remember closed some issue because guys use wrong section for
So why are you saying bundle there? Because it looks like both of those products you're adding. Oh wait, it's a bundle with 2 products in it.
Yeah. Again,
and one of the okay, that's what gets confusing. Okay, got it. So
sorry.
No, you're fine. So it's a bundle product with 2 simple products in it. One of the products is supposed to have a 10% discount, but the other shouldn't. So I wonder if that's interesting. Like, let me think through that.
Yeah, I'm sure that is bundle product issue.
Yeah. But it's also like if I'm just trying to think through the logic of that, like if a customer is buying a bundle product, would the merchant, like, how does that, so there's 2 simple, well, yeah, I guess
section we just want to discount only this section, like main option. We want to apply discount only to these products, but not for this. Like, I don't know, size or special logos. Just, sorry, not the best example, but some very important things like price of the product and something that we don't want to like discount because it's we cannot, and we want to create a rule that will be discount only these products, and that's it. But we're not able to do it in using bundle.
And so so right now it's applying the 10% discount on both products. Yeah, I would prefer it to either discount the one product or don't apply a discount at all, because maybe there's like a rule, or like, I could think of logic like if the product is not part of a bundle, or if the product is part of the bundle, then don't apply a discount, like if there was a promotion or something. But at any rate, it does seem like you shouldn't apply the discount to both. Especially since it says 10% bundled item test. I guess that's the name of the one product, so that doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's do I guess a P2S2 on this one.
Sorry, Sergey, you don't
Yep.
set the priority. I mean severity.
Oops, sorry. Да, yes, sorry. Priority. Next one about sitemap. Quite long description, but let me try to explain. First of all, we we create a second website and store. Then we add specific add store code to the URL setting. It could affect this bug, I think. Then we enable generation setting for XML sitemap and enable this functionality, I mean. Then we select option like enable submission to robot.txt based on the sitemap. Clear cache and do other stuff to apply our setting. And now we create two sitemap. First one, file name, it's important, sitemap.xml, and we're gonna to apply it to the main website and to the main website. Second sitemap, we have changed file name, and we want to apply it only to our second website. In this example is DE, German, I think, local. Then we save config, flash all caches, and so on, and go to the storefront. And as we can see, the name of the file is not applied according to our expectation. For the right part of the picture with the default scope, it's shown correct sitemap XML. But for our additional website, second website or DE website, it's still shown like for default sitemap XML file name.
Robot.txt, that's used for like search engines and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we expect to see our file name like one sitemap DE XML here, but it doesn't happen.
So this is for, okay, yeah, so this is like a subdomain. So yeah, like in that example, German locale or something like that, and they want two separate .txt files for each.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how, like from your guys' experience or knowledge, like how often, like is that like a common thing that we would want two .txt files for each locale, or is it normally that, you know, it's kind of at a site, like a parent site level, like, or is there use cases for it being needed for multiple locales?
In general, this functionality is often in use. And talking about specifically about this bug, I think like the problem in this precondition could be some of these settings lead to this result. I mean, some of the precondition broke the experience that, for example, it works fine as expected if we like set this value to no. It's not true, it's just my suggestion, like for example. And I think one of these precondition is crucial and key for this incorrect uninspected behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, it's not like broken at all functionality, but in some specific case, it.
Yeah. So that's an interesting thought. So like, how do we figure that out, and at what stage of this ticket do we figure that out? Like, let's say we set the priority before someone goes and fixes it, would they like maybe there's like to your point, maybe there's nothing to fix. Maybe it's just a like, oh, you should do this instead of that. Like, when do we figure out that part? Is that you guys that do that, or is that like the community that figures out then at a later stage that oh, like you should really just do this instead, and this isn't an issue?
It could be revealed during fix, I think,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
like deep investigate. But again, based on my own thoughts, the precondition doesn't look like something very specific.
Yeah.
I know with this option, uh, I had a lot of problem in my quality, life. Usually, with when we
Yeah,
enable it
but
or
a lot of
disable it.
people, a lot of stores use it. I mean, a special store code to URLs.
Yeah.
It's popular functionality.
And probably this specific precondition also affected.
Okay. That makes sense. I guess let's do P3S2 for this if it is a problem, or if it is something that we need to fix. That's probably good to do it that way. And then, yeah, if it's just a config issue, we'll reveal that later.
E3S, could you
Two. Yeah. P3S2.
Yeah, it's interesting one. It has like more developers steps to reproduce because it happens during integration and work with Magento through API. But it also had a UI, user interface flow. For example, in admin, when we create a new product, go to admin, try to create new order. Sorry, and we use create new customer, fill a default billing address value, and set use the same for shipping address. There are checkboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And from user perspective, it looks like okay, you just reuse it. But in the database will be saved only the default billing address, and for shipping address we will not have this ID.
Mm-hmm.
And when we place order, it's also correct, but in our database, let me just try a simple example. We don't have like this ID in scope of orders. And when any user work with these orders, he has just null value. And he need to do additional
Yeah.
steps to receive it, like ask for customer request, like map it, and so on. From user perspective, it's okay. Magento can deal it on the storefront. But in the admin panel, we have like empty value for shipping address. It's if briefly explain this issue. And sorry, let's scroll in. User provide his like business scenarios, and it's like sounds he has their businesses has some unique address attribute specific, and in their cases it's important to ask to have both these addresses.
No, yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it
it's
seems
really
reasonable to have both of them, right? Especially like on the front end, you check a box and it seems like a pretty normal thing that I would expect the data to flow over into the database table so that the API could pick it up and do whatever
Mhm.
it needs to do with it.
yeah, it's important because a lot of customers use separate CRM systems for orders to
Sure.
manage orders, and yes, they need to have all data. Uh,
Yep, that makes sense. Bum. So I guess the fix would be like if that box is checked, then we're just adding like another endpoint or like another way that the API is just share
It's
with
like set for shipping address, the ID is the same as for like billing address, like that.
Yeah.
But in general, if we use API, not direct call to database, I mean our REST API or GraphQL API, I don't know, will we receive the address information or not?
As I understood, this only when we work with order entity.
Yeah, I mean,
Like in context of order, we have like give me order address, give me like billing address and it returns, give me shipping address and it return 0. Send this null, sorry. And of course, we can just take all information from this order, customer ID, they like, through the 5 or 6 additional requests, we can receive this information.
yeah, I just my main question was is API call like a REST call works correctly or not? If not,
I cannot answer about it, to be honest. I just see this issue and the business scenarios. Like user try to receive this ID from the expects to have this ID in database after this scenario, but it has like information. Yeah, okay, what priority could be? We are out of time a little bit.
Yeah, let me so this looks like it's been going since 1.2, so I guess a P3 S3, I guess.
P3 S3, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Corey. We are out of time. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.